Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dini baby. I'm back with another video. And in today's video I have another story to tell you. I'm going to be telling you the story of OG Anunoby and how he's a player that's yet to break out. So if you are new, I need you three things. Make sure you like this video so it gets out to more people and it gets recommended in the algorithm. And make sure you comment, let me know your thoughts, was it a good or bad video. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications when I upload. So I'll be trying to upload every week, so be sure to subscribe. So let's talk about a story about OG Anunoby, the player that has yet to break out. OG Anunoby, a 6'7" forward, is a player for the Raptors that have been wreaking havoc for his team, and he doesn't deserve the respect he clearly deserves on both sides of the court, whether it's on offense or it's on defense. And that's the player who I'm talking about today in OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, how he got to Toronto, he was sent to Toronto in the greivis vasquez trade, as there was two picks that arrived with this in being Norman Powell and OG Anunoby as for the time when OG was drafted. These two players in OG Anunoby and Norman Powell is a very good trade by a long shot, and they're very good players. When OG arrived to Toronto, they saw him grow into a player he is now, as he's a legitimate Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and he's shooting over 35.9% from 3, and he's very much been healthy this season, and he hasn't missed a game after being a two-way star on the Raptors this season for their team. Now let's get into more OG's early life and high school life. As for OG Anunoby, he was born in London with parents of Nigerian descent. OG was born in the Harlesden area, as this was in the UK and London. OG started his life with many tough bears as a kid, as his mom passed away at an early age as she had cancer. At the age of 4, OG Anunoby moved with his family to the US and settled in Jefferson City in Missouri, where his father was a professor. His older brother, Chigbu, played in the NFL for the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, and the Minnesota Vikings before entering medical school. OG Anunoby had a love for playing football when he was young, but he stopped at the age of 8 to focus on basketball. But OG stopped playing football at the age of 8 to focus on basketball and to more improve his game because of his height. This is very good because many of his players on his team, like Preston Chua and Pascal Siakam, started playing basketball at a different age than OG, as they played it later on in their childhood. As for OG Anunoby, he played for his home state, Jefferson City High School, as he moved to the US. During his year as a senior, OG Anunoby averaged 19.1 points, 8.6 rebounds, and he was named a finalist for the Mr. Basketball Award in the state of Missouri. In October 2014, OG decided to attend Indiana State University, and he basically chose over Georgia, Iowa, and George Mason, and Ole Miss University as it was closer to home, as he was a 3-star recruit coming out of high school. Under OG Anunoby, Coach Blair Thompson, OG Anunoby helped the Jefferson City Jays finish with a winning record in the 2013-2014 season with a final record of 13-11. In his junior year, OG Anunoby averaged nearly a double-double per game with 21.3 points, 9.9 rebounds, 3.4 blocks as for his season averages. OG shot the ball at an impressive 44% behind the arc during his junior year as well. OG Anunoby was a 3-star recruit from Jefferson City High School in the state Jefferson City. The 6'8" forward was one of the most underranked players in the 2015 class, as he was ranked 294th by 247 Sports Composite ranking. In addition to the offer he received from Tom Crean and Indiana University, OG held many offers from fellow Big Ten schools like Iowa, George Mason, and Ole Miss that I already mentioned. Now let's get into OG's college career. As for a freshman in 2015-2016, OG Anunoby appeared in 34 games, averaging 6.9 points, 6.6 rebounds, and almost assists per game. On January 18, 2017, OG Anunoby injured his right knee against Penn State University, which caused him to undergo season-ending knee injury. This very much lowered his draft stock, as for the time he suffered injuries, as he's a high recruit. These injuries would soon hurt OG in his NBA career. As for OG, he's a one-and-done player coming out of college. As for his time in college, he didn't really do much or play in games because he was hurt. He could have stayed another year, but he decided to go to the NBA. OG was known at Indiana University for his agility to defend all positions on the floor, as well as his intense and calm demeanor. In the 2017 draft, OG was selected with the 23rd pick in the first round by the Toronto Raptors. As for now, here's OG's basically rundown with the Toronto Raptors. On June 22nd, 2017, we all know OG was drafted by the Toronto Raptors with the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Then on November 14th, OG Anunoby made his first career start, and this was against the Houston Rockets. OG basically sat out for a bit in the season because he had a knee injury, so it took him a bit of time to basically mesh and develop in the Raptors unit. OG Anunoby finished the game with 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in 30 minutes of play. By December 15th, he led the starter rookies in the NBA in offensive and defensive rating, having a third most true shooting percentage and the best turnover to assist ratio for a non-guard as for his player type. On January 29, 2019, OG Anunoby was named a member of the world team for representing the United Kingdom for the 2019 Rising Stars game. This is a pretty fun game to watch, and OG played a pretty much fair performance. In April 2019, OG had an emergency appendicitis. This caused him to miss many of the Raptors championship run, as he had Kawhi Leonard basically carrying the load. OG Anunoby was dressed for the NBA Finals but did not play, as the Raptors then went on to win the title in 2019. After the Raptors winning the championship, OG was the first British player to win an NBA championship, though he didn't play. On March 1st, 2020, OG Anunoby scored 32 points and recorded 7 steals, along with 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He recorded this in a 133-118 loss against the Denver Nuggets. As for OG, another highlight in his career was when he hit a game-winning buzzer beater on the 3rd of September in a 104-103 win in the Game 3 Eastern Conference semifinals versus the Boston Celtics in the bubble. And basically, this gave the Raptors a 2-1 lead as they were down 2-0, and OG finished with 12 points. The buzzer beater, as I said, it prevented the Raptors from going down 3-0 when they played the Celtics in the bubble. The Raptors would eventually fall in 7 games to end this series, and they would lose to the Boston Celtics in the bubble. On December 2020, of the 21st of December, OG Anunoby signed a 4-year, $72 million contract extension with the Toronto Raptors, and this would extend through the 2024-2025 season. Then on January 24th, 2021, OG scored a season high, getting 8 rebounds, getting 30 points, 1 assist, 5 steals, and a block in a 107-102 win versus the Indiana Pacers. As for his record, he joins former Raptor Kawhi Leonard as the only player with multiple games and getting 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals in franchise history. On November 1st of that year, in 2020, OG Anunoby scored a career-high 36 points and 6 rebounds along with 2 assists in a good win against the New York Knicks. As for OG then, he was sidelined due to a finger fracture against the Charlotte Hornets on the 3rd of March as he was ruled out for 2 weeks to rest his fractured finger, as basically OG had many injuries throughout his career and this would hold him out for a long shot. As basically to conclude the story, OG Anunoby now for this season in the 2022-2023 season, OG Anunoby is now living a life as he's a superior player and he gets a tank on defense and he does everything for his Raptors team. OG right now is giving you 18.3 points, 6.4 rebounds, shooting 48% from field goal percentage, and shooting 35.9% from 3. As for OG Anunoby right now, he's leading the league in steals as for 2.5 steals a game, and he almost has a steal percentage of 4%, as that's almost one of the best in NBA's history. Like, what more can a guy OG Anunoby not give you? He put more weight on his body and he's doing absolutely everything at 250 pounds now. And for the game, the last game he played as of this recording against the Miami Heat, OG Anunoby gave you 32 points, 10 assists, 3 rebounds on a good steal margin. As for OG Anunoby to conclude this, what more can a guy not give you? And he's added more weight on his body and OG just looks very much more polished. But that is just my thoughts on OG Anunoby after this season. But OG throughout his development and career, he's blossomed into a player, and I'm sure he's now proving it, and that's for sure. And that's a given fact that OG is such a loving and giving person no matter what. As for his individual personality for the Raptors. And that's a video for OG Anunoby. We all know OG Anunoby is a very good and respectable player. But that's just my thoughts on OG Anunoby and his time as a player and the story of his legacy for the Raptors. If you want more videos like this, please be sure to leave players in the comment section or basically just hit me on my Instagram and just give me player suggestions. And that's really it. And that's for an OG Anunoby, a player that has yet to break out. So like I said, enjoy this. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. Please be sure to leave a like to get to more people on YouTube. And be sure to subscribe because we're on the road to 300 subscribers. So every description helps. And it's your boy kdeemo, baby, also known as kdeemo, and I'm out. Peace.